Hello and welcome to the Trading Academy. So one of the most discouraging parts of trading for me, especially when I started trading, is the chart. It was very difficult for me to analyze the chart. It was difficult for me to actually find a way to look through the charts, see what is happening, especially while trading with my smartphone, because started off, of course, all I had was my smartphone. I didn't have a laptop to start trading. But however, I found out at some point if I needed to go professional, I would definitely need to upgrade my trading gear from a smartphone to my laptop. And upgrading from trading from your smartphone to a laptop requires that, of course, you definitely learn how to use the TradingView platform. If you're somebody who actually wants to grow professionally in your trading, definitely you need to learn how to use TradingView. Okay, some of those things, some of those analysis you're doing on your smartphone, trust me, they won't make you like no money, they won't make you any money. Okay, this is just, I mean, it's just on a lighter note anyway. But however, like if you're actually serious about trading, I mean, you need to learn how to use TradingView. So in this particular video, I'll be teaching how to use the TradingView platform. Even if like you're totally new, you know nothing about TradingView, at the end of this maybe 35 minutes, 40 minutes of this video, probably definitely you learn how to use TradingView and you'll become a pro in using TradingView for your trading and doing your analysis. Okay, now this video is an overview. It covers how to set up an account with TradingView, how to log in, how to sign up, and how to actually set up your screen in such a way that makes it much more easier, much more faster for you to analyze trades and like take the best of trades, and of course definitely make like good money for yourself using the TradingView platform. So this is like very amazing video. This is like the only video you probably need to watch if you are actually totally new to TradingView. You probably at the end of this video might not need to watch any other video on TradingView. This is a wholesome. I took all my time to go through from the very basics to the parts where you need to customize your charts and all of that, make it such a way that will be much more pleasant to you to trade and much more faster for you to execute trades. Okay, so thank you, and I'll love you. For the next 30-40 minutes, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but for the next 30-40 minutes of this video, of course, I want you to give me your time and I want you to like pay like good attention. Okay, so talk to you sometime at the end of this video. So, welcome to my screen. So would be quickly going to the website tradingview.com. That's the name of the website, tradingview.com. Now I had to actually log out my account for me to do this, so that I'll be guiding you from scratch, because if I had logged into my account, probably you will not be seeing some of the things you're seeing on the screen right now. So if you're actually starting up like from scratch, this is what you would be seeing. Okay, I wanted to increase this microphone, so I hope my voice is loud, clear. So once you go to tradingview.com, this is probably what the screen will look like. So you can actually do this whether you're on your smartphone or your laptop. Okay, so click on get started. Of course, I would advise you use your laptop, because the smartphone TradingView it's just not flexible. Okay, so once you come here, they will probably want you to sign up on one of their plans, the Pro plan, the Pro Plus, the Premium plan. Now depending on what you want to achieve, actually you can get started on the free plan, which is what we'll be using for this tutorial. But I'm actually subscribed to the Pro plan. I use the Pro plan. It's what they have on the Pro plan is it's just cool for me. Okay, so I actually use just the Pro plan. But you can do the Pro Plus or Premium, anyone that's okay for you. But however, for the sake of this tutorial, because some of you starting up, like if you're new to TradingView, probably that means you might not have been making any like good money on forex already, so probably you just need to do the basic. Okay, or however, I can do the Pro, the Premium if you want to, but let's do the basic. Okay, so here's the screen after I verified on my account. I have to refresh this, so just click here, go to sign in, and sign in with the email that you just used to set up an account. Okay, so this is the prompt that it's actually showing me that I'm already signed up, with another upgraded plan with my own personal account. But however, so this is none of your business. I'll just continue on this account. So you would see a place that you could actually you need to set up your, sorry about that, you need to set up your name. Okay, so let's go ahead with TradeWave, then last name NG. I'd like to opt out of marketing emails, definitely. Then I don't think I'll need to set up a picture right away. Okay, good. So as you can see, we're actually in. So we've been signed in, so that's why you're seeing this T here. It's the initial for TradeWave. So let's go ahead and go to the chart. Okay, now there are things you might probably want to just set up here, the profile settings, accounts and billings and all of that. But however, none of this is our business for now. We just want to move straight into the charts. Okay, so you go to more, this place you're seeing more, go to, you can decide to download the desktop app, which is actually what I do. I just download the desktop app and it makes much more sense to me. But because I already have the app, but let me just click on download so that you see how the process actually works. Okay, okay, so under markets, what we're trying to do now is to get the chart. So you can go under products, sorry, not markets, under products, you see charts. So it loads the screen and begins to show you a bunch of tools that are available for you to use. Okay, so for some people coming here for the very first time, it can really be confusing. My first time, I can't remember my first time fully on TradingView because I bumped into it here and there until I decided to actually go full to use only TradingView for my analysis and all. Okay, so but however, coming here for the first time can really be confusing, okay, because you might not just know where to go from here. But trust me, it's nothing complicated. With time, these things will just become like second nature to you. Okay, just like every other thing that becomes second nature to me and every other trader out there once you start trading and trading consistently. Okay, so there's nothing complicated here, trust me. It's nothing above you. Okay, and you actually find at the end of the day, you might just need only maybe 30% of all the tools that are available in TradingView. So you don't need to know everything here, you just need to know the things that would make you money. Okay, so I'll delete this over here. Now it's very simple. While this is loading, I'll just go ahead and while we're waiting for this to actually be done loading, so now it will create a watch list for you here. A watch list simply means a watch list is a watch list. Okay, it simply means the list of assets, the list of commodities, the list of currency pairs that you're looking to trade, you're looking to take trades that you're watching, doing your analysis on, and all of that. Okay, so what I would love you to do first of all, because you might not need any of this, okay, so I'll just go ahead and just delete all this here because you might not be needing this. Okay, or if you do, you can leave them. But however, I just want to start on a fresh chart, okay, and show you how it works. Okay, so you can click on plus sign. Plus sign means you want to add a particular currency pair to the watch list. Okay, so now let's assume, for instance, I only trade currency pairs. I only want to add currency pairs. So you just search on the currency pair you want to add. Let's start with Euro USD. Now it shows you the Euro USD chart for different brokers here, or different liquidity providers. This is for FXCM, this is for Oanda, this is for forex.com, this is for Pepperstone, IDC, Capital.com, 8cap, Saxo, or which other one you actually can just scroll down. But however, I use FXCM. Okay, FXCM, like it's the not like it's the most accurate, however, but how I just use FXCM. I think that's the best way to just put it. Okay, so let's just add the one for FXCM. Okay, so click on the plus sign, it's added. Now let's add GBP USD. So we look for the one for FXCM, we'll add for FXCM. Let's do USD card, and then add this for USD card, US dollar, Canadian dollar, add, Let's add another one for AUD USD. So let's add this. So let's just add one more. Let's add NZD card. Okay, so we'll add FXCM, sorry. So as you can see, we now have 4 currency pairs on our watch list. Now, if you're like me, I only trade about 16 currency pairs. So those are the ones on my watch list. And there's an amazing thing that you can do with the watch list. You can actually, for instance, let's say you're looking at a particular you're monitoring a particular pair that you're hoping to keep close eyes on. You can just come over here, right click, and you can flag it. Okay, most times I use this red one, okay, for a currency pair that I'm looking to like trade in within the day. I put it on red so that I just keep checking it, and be sure that, you know, I'm waiting for my setup to actually play out in the market. Okay, so because we're on the basic plan, you will just keep seeing a lot of ads here that are really, and it can really be annoying. Okay, but however, I mean, you're using something free, for crying out loud. You just have to deal with this. Okay, so they just keep showing you these ads. It's really frustrating, but however, I mean, this is free. Okay, so I mean, let's get going. So that's it to create a watch list. Now let's just go over to all the tools they have over here. Let's just go over to all the tools they have over here. Good. So let's start with this. Now this is the first tool here is a cross, which is actually what we have here. It shows you both the time here, as you can see, the time here of the particular point you are on the chart, and the prices over here. Okay, now we have a dot. Okay, dot, much more specific kind of. Okay, I don't really use this. We have an arrow. Okay, then we also have an eraser tool. Okay, but however, I just use a crosshair tool. Okay, I don't need any of this. In fact, all of them actually do basically the same thing, so you might just need only this cross actually. Okay, now this is the line tool. So there are different kind of lines you might need in your trading experience. Okay, you might need a trade line, an arrow. There are just a whole bunch of this stuff over here. Okay, so let's just start with trend line. Let me just choose a trend line, show you how it works. Of course, for you to trade it, you should know what the trend line is, or however you can find. I'll probably do a video on this. I don't know where you'll be watching this video, but probably I might have done a trend line video. So you probably need to watch. So maybe search somewhere around this channel, maybe here by the time you're watching this. Okay, but at the time I'm making this video, I don't think I've not made any trend line video, but for now. Okay, so this is what a trend line is, just for you to get your dynamic support and resistance ongoing. Okay, so another amazing thing you can do here is, if I want to draw this, like maybe 2 of this, I can just right click and duplicate this clone. It just duplicates this, so I can move this other one over here. As you can see, we already have a channel on this particular trade, and we can decide to take advantage of this particular channel. Okay, so that's just it. And also, if I want to delete this without going through the orthodox method of, you know, closing this, if I click on this, it removes it. Okay, but if I want to undo, you can just click on Ctrl Z, like undoes the normal Ctrl Z thing, you know. So with Ctrl Z, I've been able to delete everything I've just added. Okay, so a lot of tools here that you might need. This is a ray tool. Okay, is a ray tool. For instance, if I want to draw like the full horizontal line, then I can just use a ray tool here. Okay, a ray tool. Then this, can add this other one, direct it to wherever I want to be. Okay, now there's another one I use normally, which is the horizontal ray. It's much more easy if I just want to maybe mark out very quick support or resistance levels. I can just use this. Let me Ctrl C, Ctrl V, which is copy and paste. I can just use this to mark out my key levels if I want to. Okay, so this is a tool that might come in very handy. Now there's an amazing thing I love doing here. Now I just add the tools I use much more frequently. I add them to my favorites, and I'll show you how to do that. It's really simple. Okay, just click on this star icon here. it adds them to a favor. It creates this split over here where you can add like multiple tools that you use much more frequently, so that you don't need to just keep going back to this place to fetch your tools. Okay, so I'll just add the ones I use very frequently. So I use this. I don't use the crosshairs. I don't use any other. Okay, I use the horizontal line. Okay, so I think for this particular line tools, these are the only ones I use. So as you can see, if it has added them, so this split can become as long as you actually want it to be. So for now, we just have 3 tools here. Okay, so I'll just place it somewhere here. I'll just place my plate somewhere here. Okay, so that it doesn't interfere with the chart. So let's go over to the next set of tools. Now these are retracement tools, I would call them that. Now for everything you're seeing, I just use the Fibonacci retracement. That's the only thing I use here. Now I told you, you'll finally find out at some point that you might just need maybe about 30% of the whole tools that are available in trading. I actually just use the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so that's the only tool I actually use here. So I'll add this to my favorite. Okay, so I mean, I don't think I use any other thing here. Fib channel, I've used it once in a while, but that's not my favorite. So I'm done with this. So of course, if you're a good trader, you probably know how to use any of these tools. Okay, but the most popular is the Fibonacci retracement tool, which I just added to our favorite. So as you can see, it's in here, it's on our plate right away. Okay, so let's go to the next. These are geometric shapes. Okay, these are geometric shapes. I use the rectangle a lot. I use the brush tool. Okay, so I'll just add this to my favorites. Use curve once in a while. I don't use ellipse. I've seen people use ellipse, but I don't really use it for anything. Okay, so I've added these ones. Okay, so I'll just show you how these ones work. The brush tool is just a tool that I can use to just create maybe just weird shapes that you just want to, probably just take note of, something like that. Okay, it's just this kind of weird tool that you can just use to do some kind of weird drawings on your chart and all of that. Okay, so let me remove all of that. Okay, so good. So the rectangle tool is the one you probably need to draw your support and resistance zones, something like this. Okay, so I can Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V this and duplicate it to get my support zone, so you can move it all the way here to get your nice support and resistance zone. So these things, you can actually change the color for each of the tool you use. It shows you a drop down menu here, kind of a certain menu where you can decide to change the color of this. You can change this to blue, or let's just use red. You can make it deeper, increase the opacity. As you can see what you can keep your eyes here while I'm making these adjustments. So as you can see, I can increase or reduce the opacity as much as I want. Okay, so you can actually add a text to it if I want to. Okay, let's say sell here. So in order for me to indicate that this is what I'm looking to sell at this particular zone, so as you can see, there's a sell here. So although I don't use that text for anything actually. Okay, but however, I'm just showing you that it's possible. Okay, so let's click on cancel. So now if you're the kind of person, maybe your hands are all over the place and you don't want to mistakenly like shift these things every time, you can actually just lock it in here. Once you click this lock button, it actually locks it in. You can't do nothing about it. Okay, so even if you can't drag this by mistake, okay, unless you decide to click on it and come over here to unlock it again. Okay, now you can actually make it thicker. Let's click this. You can see the lines are thicker, which I don't really need. Normally I just do the 1px. It's okay for me. Okay, so I've already done this. I've already showed you how to change the color, the feel and all of that. So feel free to experiment with some of these things. Okay, so that's it for the rectangle tool, which you'd probably be needing a whole lot. Okay, so let's go to text. Now text, there are a lot of, these are mind-blowing things. Okay, but however, I just do text. Okay, so I add a text to my favorite. You can add the call out, you can add a tweet, but however, for me, I just do the text. Text is fine. So if I want to use the text, so let's say this is an area I'm looking, I want to remind myself that I'm expecting to sell, somewhere here. I can just put the sell to and put remember to sell here. Okay. Oh, sorry. Remember to sell here. Okay. So click on OK. It adds it. Okay. So I can decide to increase this to 24 so that it becomes very easy to see. Okay. So really easy to use. Okay. There's nothing complicated about this. So let's move on to the next two that we'll probably love to use. Let me just delete this. I think this Ctrl Z is wasting my time. So you can use it. You can actually add an image if you want to, but however, I mean, you can explore these ends for yourself. So this tool is called patterns tool. So there are a lot of guys that use the cipher pattern, the X8 BCD pattern, the Elliott impulse weight patterns, and all of that, which I don't use them in my trading. But however, if you're someone who loves to use this, let's just experiment with this. I really don't know how to do this, but I've seen, I mean, it looks something like this most of the time. Okay, the ones I've seen people use, all of that. So I mean, if you're someone who knows how to use these things, why not? Voila, enjoy yourself. So but however, I don't use them. So these are head and shoulders pattern too, which you might actually love to use. Let me apply them practically somewhere. Let me delete this. So I think I don't actually use this. Okay, I don't use a head and shoulders pattern. I have my own way of getting my head and shoulders. But if we're going to apply it to something like this, we can say left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. Something like this. I don't know. I don't know whether this makes sense, but okay, but I don't really use it tool. I don't use. Okay, but if you know how to use it, why not? So now we have a long and short position, which I use very, of course you should be using this if you're forex trader. Okay, so I'll add these two of them and show you how it actually works. Okay, so these are the two tools I use in this prediction and measurement tools. Okay, so I'll show you how this works. Let's assume for a moment I want to go long on a particular trade, and I want to calculate the number of pips and my risk to reward. Okay, so if you click on long position, you can click here. It quickly draws it out for you. So let's say I want to buy this particular point of the chart. I want to buy here. Let me move this out. And I want to buy here, and I'm hoping that my stop loss is somewhere here. So as you can see, the risk reward ratio as it's showing is already 1. So let's say I want to do a 1:2. If I want to calculate where a 1:2 would probably be, I'll shift this till I have 2.0 here, which signifies that we have a 1:2 risk to reward. Okay, so as you can see, it shows you the pips, the pip target here. So the target for this is a daily chart actually. So this is 586 pips. That's our profit, and the stop loss here is 292 pips, as you can see here. Okay, so this is like a typical 1:2. So if we're going to go for a sell, let's say we want to sell here, and our stop loss is over there, and our take profit is somewhere here. So with these two here, risk to reward 2 means we're doing a 1:2 on this trade. Okay, so very easy to use. There's nothing complicated over here. Okay, so now this particular I don't use this. I don't use any of this. But however, let's just use this smiley. Let's see what it looks like. So you can use it today. For instance, let's say you want to mark out the places that you lost trades or places that you made good trades. You can just use this emojis over here to signify that you lost a trade here, you made a profit here, just for fun. Okay, but like I said, I don't use this. So this is a ruler. This is a measuring tool that you can use to measure the number of pips for a particular trade. So it shows you here 20 bars, 28 days, and shows you the number of pips. Okay, number of pips on this particular trade. So it's just a measuring tool. Okay, now there's a magnet tool. which I don't really use. Let me delete this so that we can get more tools. Okay, so this is a tool that I can use to lock all the trading tools that you're using. I don't really use this tool. Okay, so let's assume you made a lot of drawings on the charts and you want to quickly, hide every one of them. Let me quickly just do a bunch of things on the charts and see. So if you want to hide all of this and you don't want to delete each of them one after the other, you can just come over here and click on hide drawings. It quickly removes everything on the screen for you. I use this once in a while. Okay, so let's unhide them and then let's go ahead and delete all of them. Okay, so that's basically it for the indicator side of this. So let's look at this part of the trade, part of the screen. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so as you can see, number one here we have the time frames. Okay, so this is where you adjust your time frame. As you can see, this is a daily time frame, so I can change this to 15 minutes time frame. I can change this to 15 minutes time frame. Okay, but what I do, because I only use 4 time frames, I don't look at anything beyond the 4 time frames I use. So let me just show you. Okay, well, I think the time frames I use will be private just for the Forex Bootcamp students, but however, let's just assume, this is an assumption that I trade on the 5 minutes time frame, the 1 hour time frame, and the 4 hour time frame. You can just add them to favorites. When you do that, they automatically appear here, so you don't have to click the drop down menu every single time for you to actually check the time frame that you're looking to trade. Okay, so so let's do the 4 hour time frame. So once you click on 4 hour, it actually opens the time frame for you, the time frame, the chart for you. Okay, so I mean, this is really simple. Okay, it's no rocket science, right? So this is a candle. You can actually change this to bars. Okay, you can change the chart pattern to bars. Sorry, you can change this to bars. You can change this to Heikin Ashi, which I use just, I mean, like on very rare occasions I actually use the Heikin Ashi, right? So so line break, there's a lot of kind of charts that I can use here, but of course let's limit ourselves to the candlesticks. Okay, so now we also have indicator. Now TradingView has I think it's the largest collection of indicators out there. Okay, so there are different kind of indicators: the technical indicators, the financial indicators, community scripts, and all of that. So but however, for technical, which is what I use mostly, let's assume that you're somebody who loves to trade with the alligator indicator. You can just click on alligator. As you can see, once you click on alligator, it will show you alligator indicators that were created by different people. Okay, like different people from the community. Okay, so but however, we just want to use the Williams indicator, so we apply that on the by clicking on it, so it quickly applies that on the chart. Okay, so this is what the alligator indicator actually looks like. So let's add another indicator. Now for the free plan, I think you can only add like 3. I can't remember, but I think it's like 3. They won't allow you to add more than 3 indicators. Okay, so currently we have 2. We have the volumes, which is this indicator right here, and we have the alligator. So let's add one more. Let's add the average true range. Good. So we added the ATR here. We've added the ATR indicator on the chart too, and I think that's like the highest that we can actually add. Let's see whether that's so. OBA power. Okay, it's adding one more there, which we don't really need, but however, I think it's actually 3, maybe because these other ones are more like oscillators. That's why it's permitting me to add them, but experiment these things for yourself. So let me move all these things out. Okay, so now you could actually this is more like if you want to save an indicator template and all of that. So this is the button for that. Then alert. Now I use alerts a lot. For instance, let's assume I actually want to enter this trade at this point. This price is 1.3568, so I can add an alert here, 1.3568. okay, so any single time this price actually crosses this place, it shows me that, you know, it sends me 3 indicators. It sends me an indicator. It sends me 3 alerts. It sends one on the screen that if I'm on the screen, it sends one via email, and it also sends another one via what's it called, push notifications on my phone, so you really can't miss it. So you can try to edit this if you just want it to alert you when it's crossing up, crossing down, when it's greater than, less than, and all of that. Okay, so then you can either choose that this alert repeats like every single time this happens, it keeps alerting you. Okay, then there's a expiration time. For instance, let's just say that you want to put that alert just for that particular day. Even if it crosses the next day, you're no longer interested, you can put that here. So you can indicate how to show you that which mine is fully got it. Okay, so mine is just these 3 things. Okay, I need the alert for the three ways I just explained to you. I need it on this app here, I need it as a pop-up, I need it as an email, so I don't miss it. Okay, so you can actually save this, so your alert is actually saved. Okay, but I think for the free plan you can't do more than 2. I don't know, but let's try and add another alert. Let's see, let's add a 3484 level, 1.3848 level. So let's see whether we're permitted. Okay, you see, so unfortunately we can only do 1 alert. Okay, as you can see here, basic plan is 1, current plan is. So I mean, if you use alerts a whole lot, you probably need to subscribe to their pro plan. Okay, but I use the pro plan and it's really awesome to use alerts. Okay, so now there's a replay feature also, which I think can only be done in the pro plan. I'm not sure, but however, what it does is, for instance, let's say you want to backtest a particular strategy and you want to see how it works. So with the replay button, you can shift back to, let's say, somewhere here. Unfortunately, it's not part of the basic plan, but however, that's how it works. So you can shift far, then play the buttons. Each of the bars just keep appearing 1 bar at a time for you to backtest your strategy. Okay, so I hope that makes a lot of sense to you. So basically that's all. These are like shorter methods. If you want to like display only like 1 day chart, like the happenings of just one single day on the chart, you can click on this whole chart. It will just compress it to 1 day, so that everything you're seeing on the screen just happened like 1 single day. Okay, I don't know why it's taking time to do that. Let's do 1 month. My network seems to really be very slow today, which I can't point out the reason for that. Okay, I can't point out the reason for that. Okay, so let's do the 1 month thing. I don't know, let me remove this replay. Okay, good. So this is 1 month. Everything you're seeing on the chart happened in like 1 month. Everything you're seeing now happened in 3 months, and all of that. So this is just it for for these buttons at below here. Okay, now these other ones at this bottom terminal that you're seeing, strategy tester. Strategy tester is for testing out a trading strategy. Trading panel, I don't really use that. Now Pine editor is for those that are creating EAs, you're creating expert advisors and all of that. So stock screener, trust me, I don't know what this is, and I don't use it. Okay, so let me not go into, you can find out what that does for yourself. Okay, so now on this side of the screen is where, let me move my face over here. Okay, on this side of the screen is where you see your alerts, the alerts that you set. This is the news. You can keep your eyes on the news, just keep seeing what's happening in the market, what's moving the market, the fundamentals that are moving the market, and data window. Okay, for the particular currency chart you're looking at, it shows you the open, the high, the close, you change the volumes, and stuff like that. Okay, trust me, I don't know, I don't use this button. It's a hot list, but I don't really use them. But however, from my knowledge of hot list, I think it means the assets, commodities are actually performing very well for you to see like their performance, in terms of the percentage growth or loss, whatever. Okay, but however, that's what it means. So this is calendar, economic calendars. and all of that. So you can keep your eyes, find the ones that you're interested in, put it as your priority, and it shows you all of that. Okay, so my ideas. Now, for instance, let's say you just have some ideas that you want to sketch or something you're testing out. You can actually just add some ideas over here. I think that's what it means. I don't use this. Okay, I told you at the end of the day, you might just find out I use 30% of everything on TradingView. Okay, so these are things you probably just want to experiment for yourself, but one of the main things are the things I've actually shared with you. Okay, so you can actually remove this. I do this most of the time. Once I'm not looking at any of these hot lists, I remove this so that I can have a bigger screen to, you know, check my charts and all of that. So let me go ahead and remove this volume. I don't use volumes for trading. So you might not like of course, definitely I don't like this. I don't like the color of this, the color of the bars. Okay, I'm not the color. I like blue and red. Those are my colors. A bullish bar is a red bar. A bearish bar is a bullish bar, sorry, is a blue bar, and a bearish bar is a red bar for me. Okay, so let's go to settings. Let's change all of that. Okay, so let's go to appearance. Or let's start with symbol actually. Now the body, let's change this to blue. Okay, the borders, let's change the borders to black. We want it to look really good. Okay, borders, let's put the border of this black too. The wick black, and the body of this black. Okay, good. So this looks more like it, right? This looks more like what you're looking for. You want a blue and a red chart. Okay, so let's go back to settings. Let's see some other things that we probably need to need. Now these things you're seeing here. Okay, if I don't want to see the market close, open and close, you could actually remove them from here. Bar change values, you can remove this here. Open market status, you can remove, which I just did, but let's just add all of them back so that you, of course, you need this every now and then. Okay, skills, do I use skills? I don't think. Okay, yes, sorry. So these are the bid and ask. Sorry, my brain is like on autopilot at the moment. So you can actually add the bid and ask, which of course you definitely need to add your bid and ask prices. Okay, so bid and ask shows you where the market is, the ask price and the bid price. Okay, so you definitely need all of this. Now the reason why these things are like feeling foreign to me right now, because I have everything like saved. I already have a profile created in my own personal account, so I don't need to like keep going over these things every now and then. So once you're done with this and save it, you don't need to keep doing it over and over again. It's like once and it's done forever, right? So appearance. Now if you're somebody who doesn't like the current appearance of what you're seeing, you can change it. Let's say solid, it's white background now, so I can change this to blue if you want to. But why would you want a blue chart, for crying out loud? So some people love this ash color. I don't know, people just love this kind of colors, but I'm a fan of white. Okay, so you can add the vertical grid lines. You can make them bolder. So these are grid lines. You know what grid lines are? Okay, so these lines appear in the background. These are grid lines. So let me increase this. Okay, these are the vertical ones. Now these are the horizontal ones. So some people actually use, people that are into grid trading and all of that, they use grid lines a whole lot. So you might want to use it. I mean, it's none of my business. so let's let me move this back. Okay, so session breaks, you can add session breaks. Yes, I use session breaks. Session breaks, it just breaks your screen. Let me move to a 1 hour chart. Session breaks are like these lines you're seeing on the screen that shows you like break between sessions. Okay, so each of this signifies like one single day. On the 1 hour chart, it might mean something else. 4 hour chart, the breaks might actually mean like 1 month and all. Let me put this on 4 hours. So each of this is one single day. Each of these 1 2 3 4 5 6 candles makes 1 day. That's 1 session. 1 2 3 4 5 6 bars makes 1 session. All of that. So you can add that for yourself. You can add a watermark if you want to, but I don't use watermarks. It can really be distracting. Okay, it can be distracting. Okay, so should I explain these navigation buttons? Okay, well, let me just explain. Now navigation buttons are see this, let me this ads are distracting, man. So if I swipe, if I move my mouse over here, you see some buttons appear here. These are buttons to, you know, that you can use to scroll back, zoom out, zoom in, go forward, go back, and all of that. So you can decide to remove them so that this navigation, you can put it on always invisible. That means it's no longer there. Or if I love it to be there, which I use it most of the time, I put it on visible. So anytime I scroll my mouse over, it appears. I can try to scroll out, zoom in or zoom out if I want to. Okay, so same here, same thing with the pane here. So margins, bottom, top, right, and all of that, you can set that up for yourself. So trading, okay, so most people that use trade, I don't trade the trading view. I don't like execute trades on trading view. I execute on MetaTrader 4, but this is where I do all my analysis. For most times, if I'm not with my laptop, like I feel handicapped trying to, you know, take trades. And this thing didn't, for instance, for the first 3 years of my trading, I was just using like on my phone MetaTrader 4 to trade, but immediately I made a switch to TradingView, it became almost impossible to use my phone again because I need like the big strings to make like good trades. And if you're someone looking to like go pro with trading, like become a professional with trading, you need to use TradingView, man. All those things you're doing with your phone are rubbish. It's messed up. You can't like you can't do anything good with your smartphone, trust me. So you need a laptop, okay, if you don't have one. So so these are for if you're, you know, taking trades on TradingView, you might need to do some changes on those buttons here. So let's go to events. Now events you can choose to for instance, it's already shown here, so it shows you this icons you're seeing here are like news events. So if you're trading, it just shows you that there's a news event over here that you need to take note of, and you know, things like that. Okay, so but you can remove this here if you want to. Let me just remove economic charts totally. Okay, so for this, it shows you only the future events. If you click on this, now these are for event breaks. Okay, but let's just leave it at only feature events. So that's okay. So basically this is all you need for now to start trading. So now for the saving, for every single change you make here, it automatically saves it every 5 minutes. I think it just saves all the changes you make every 5 minutes or 1 minute. I don't know, I can't remember, right? So you can decide, you can put it on auto save if you want to automatically save everything you're doing. So once you add an indicator, it automatically saves it, so you don't need to keep adding indicator every now and then. Okay, so this is like your profile on TradingView. So it's on auto save, which I'll of course advise that you leave it on auto save. Okay, so another thing is the layout. Have I shown you the layout? Well, for the basic plan, you can only just see one chart at a time. Okay, you can only just see one chart at a time. I mean, this, you can only just see one chart at a time. But for the pro plan, you can see, I think it's two. You can see two charts. You can display two charts, one on top, one below, on or by the side, anyhow you want to do that. Okay, that's for the pro plan. Then the pro plus plan is when you can have like 4 screens and all of that. So I mean, I hope that makes all the sense in the world to you at the moment. So I think I've covered like basically every single thing you need to know as a newbie on TradingView. Okay, so cheers. If you want to know how to do these things, you know, much more detailed way, if you want to know how to do the analysis, how to know when to buy, when to sell, you probably be advised to go for our Forex bootcamp course. Okay, it's a full course that handles like from the basic of trading. Like even if you know nothing, like you know nothing, you're just hearing of Forex for the very first time, the course takes you from the very basics to the most advanced part of trading, where you now learn how to like make real money in trading. We'll teach you the exact strategy that we use to trade here at the TradingView Academy. So it's really an excellent course for you, and it's below $100 at the moment. So I mean, you probably, of course, you'll be advised to grab that course with your 2 hands right away. Okay, so that should be all for now. I mean, I hope I've been able to cover every single thing you need to know about the TradingView platform and how to make this platform like user friendly for yourself. Okay, so That said, catch you up on some other video. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please, I spent the last 45 minutes of my time trying to teach you how to navigate these things. The least you can do is subscribe, click on the notification bell icon so you'll be notified when we release videos like this every now and then. Okay, so till we catch, that should be all for now. So cheers, catch you some other time. Bye.